Welcome to the Super Spy Podcast.
Your adventure begins in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back, rock stars. I am going to tell you, no, hold the applause, please. I am weary. I am tired. Yes, rock stars, I am at the end of my rope. Really, I am so tired of a lot of the crap that's going down. But I have said this from the very beginning, and I tell everyone that I talk to, if you're going to complain, then why don't you give the ideas of how to fix whatever it is you are upset about? So, let me list my angst this week. And excuse my language, it may get a little salty. Matter of fact, it's just the Italian coming out in me. Capiche? All right, listen, the number one thing, and understand these are not in any particular order, but the number one thing that has me spun up. I am tired of orange juice tasting nasty in the morning after I have brushed my teeth. Oh my gosh, it makes no sense. The most beautiful drink in the world, nay, the nectar of the immortals, should never taste bad. There is something wrong when something or some object, some time, it doesn't matter, but there is something wrong when something has changed the taste of perfection. But alas, I have the solution. I've stopped brushing my teeth. Now, I understand I've tried all the different solutions. I've tried different toothpastes, which, by the way, why isn't it called teeth paste? But that's another rant for later. But I have tried different toothpastes. I have tried using just, baking soda. I even tried that witchcrafty charcoal concoction that a lot of people are into. And by the way, I've seen that charcoal stuff in the stores too, and that's why I said, okay, let's give it a try. Well, none of these solutions seem to work. Every one of them all tainted the beautiful taste of my orange juice. Now see, my routine is quite simple because I'm fairly a simple man. I get up, I knock out about 20 to 30 push-ups, I brush my teeth, I comb my lovely hair, and I wash my face. After that, I head into the kitchen, I start up the coffee, I grind it first, of course, because I do roast my own coffee. See, my taste is very particular. And while the coffee is brewing, and while I am savoring the aroma of that coffee, I then grab my glass and I slowly pour my orange juice so as not to bruise it. And then I take that first sip. And what should happen are my taste buds do a dance of happiness. But it wasn't happening. There was something going on, and I could not put my finger on it until I realized, darn it, it's brushing my teeth. Nothing should get between me and my Florida orange juice. And that's right, I said Florida orange juice. Don't bring me that fake California crap. I have to have my orange juice. So, I chew a lot of gum now, and so I am not brushing my teeth. Number 2, again, these are not in any specific order. As I was moseying down the healthcare aisle of my almost favorite grocery store, and let me make this perfectly clear to the K. Rogers people, If you want to be my favorite store, there's only one thing you need to do. Carry eggnog all year round, okay? So I'm moseying down the healthcare aisle, and I noticed most of the shelves were somewhat empty. And as I go down the soap aisle, I'm befuddled. Is that a good word? Because most of the shelves were empty, but then I noticed there was an abundance. And let me make you understand this. When I declare something an abundance, it's due to the fact that in this case, the items I was looking at were overspilling onto the floor. So there I was staring at an overabundance of loofahs. Why? Am I missing something here? Why, on one side, do you have no soaps, bar or liquid, but over here you got hundreds of loofahs available? Ladies and gentlemen, the loofah and the soap go together. Don't we know this already? What the heck are you washing your body with? Now, some people will say, oh, I use a little wash rag. That's nasty. Okay? The loofah, at least you get to rinse out, wash after every shower. That little towel, or as they called it when I was growing up, the little toallita, that just hangs there so that the next person that takes a shower, their body juices get all over that little toallita. Okay, that's nasty. So my question is, are you just taking that bar of soap and just rubbing it on your nasty body and then leaving that bar of soap there for someone else to come in after you, someone in your own family, to pick up that bar of soap and have to pick off the hair so that they could go ahead and do their washing? Or worse yet, are you pouring that gel onto your hand and scrubbing yourself down? Come on. Here, let me throw it out for you simply. This is the SOP, and that's for you people that have never been in a large organization or in the military. That's standard operating procedure. This is your SOP for hygiene, okay? First, you place the soap of your choice. See, I'm not going to be mean and tell you, that you have to use either Zest or, if you're a real man, Old Spice. But you take the soap of your choice and place it on either your loofah or, I'm going to go for it, I'm just going to say it, you could use your little wash rag, okay? You scrub your body, covering it up with soap. And here's a hint, by the way. If you're soaping up your body and it doesn't bubble up or lather up, that means you are extremely funky, my friend. And then once it's all lathered up and stuff, you rinse off and you repeat this step whether you think it's necessary or not. And let me tell you, your friends will agree with me, it's necessary. Then you rinse again and you get out of the shower. Now, for all of you fancy people that, really, and I'm trying, okay, I'm trying to do this. When you are, trying to set a good example for your children and stuff like that, you tell them, while you're lathering up, you could turn off the water. Or have one of those buttons on the shower head like I do that shuts off the flow of the water. And then when you're ready, it shuts it back on. Okay? Be personally responsible for saving this planet. Now, here's another hint for you. Personally, I wash my hair first. You go from the top to the bottom. That way, all the nastiness that you're dealing with, it's going to run down a nasty body and not recontaminate something that you've already cleaned. Okay? Don't recontaminate clean surfaces, if you know what I mean. Go top to bottom, people. And don't forget, oh my gosh, don't forget, scrub your feet. And you use a brush for that. Don't be using that loofah, because who knows what, you've been going outside all barefoot and stuff. Number three. Number three really gets to me, people. How hard is it to place your cell phone on a holder in your car to talk? Okay, I don't like using the cell phone as I drive, but when I get a call, trust me, it's hands-free. See, I got hands-free in my truck, my Ford F-150. I got hands-free on my motorcycle, because even though it is possible, it's foolish to drive with a cell phone in your hand when you're on a motorcycle. And if you would read my book, especially Life and Times of Biff Baxter, you would know that my Corvette not only has hands-free phone, but it has Wi-Fi, fax, an emergency coffee maker. You think about it, I've got it in my Corvette. You don't need to use your hands for anything more than driving, signaling other drivers as you are rating their driving abilities, if you know what I mean, and picking your nose. And by the way, that last one there, let me warn you, you are not invisible in your car. We see your nastiness, okay? You can tint your windows all you want. I see you digging. I've seen people up all the way up elbow. You know what I'm saying? That is nasty. And where are you putting them things? I know you ain't coming up with ideas, because if you did, you'd figure out a way to hide yourself in your cocoon that you're driving your Nissan Altima. But then I start to think, who are these people that are driving and talking into their phones? They hold the phone like it's some kind of a birthday cupcake, and they are about to blow out the candle. You know, they're holding the phone up to their mouth. They're pointing the top of the phone away from them. Every time their head turns, you know, the phone turns with them. I guess it's so that it's not to block their view. Now hear me now, oh clueless drivers. There are phone kits you could get for your car that are cheap, you morons. You can even, here's an idea. Let's remove that 2-week-old 44-ounce cup that's 3/4 empty from your cup holder and put your phone in it. Okay? You put your phone in that cup holder. You might have to, scrub out the spilled Coke that's in it and stuff. Heck, here's the deal. Since you probably sit in the basement watching TV, let's pull a MacGyver and pour out that stale and molded Diet Pepsi that you've had in there in that 44-ounce cup. Okay, pour that out, rinse it. Make sure you knock off the top too, because there's probably still some Big Mac sesame seed remnants on the lid. Rinse it and dry it out, if you have the energy to do that kind of manual labor. But then you take that cup, you put it back in the cup holder where seemingly you think it belongs forever, and you place your phone in the cup and viola, or as they say in the cool realm, voila. You have an instant speaker for your phone. Huh? And while you're at it, clean off your dashboard area. We really don't need to see all the mail that you have accumulated the last 2 months sitting there turning yellow from the sun. And, oh, by the way, Blockbuster was gone long time ago. Number 4. Oh, boy. I am tired of these phrases that everyone has heard, or I pray tell this isn't true. Maybe you have even used. Okay, ready? Now, these phrases, they are seasonal. But here it is. Ready? Because I heard this just last week. Cold enough for ya? Really? Cold enough for you? Or in the summer you hear hot enough for you? Like I am the one that requested the extreme temperatures that have prompted such a ridiculous question. What if I said no? Do you have the power to make it colder or hotter? Do you have the ability to change the weather to accommodate my desires? No, you don't. So quit asking such a moronic question. If you want to greet me with something clever, how about a math question? Hey, top of the morning to you, Super Spy. Would you happen to know the square root of 625? At which I would say, why, yes, my good man, and that's 625. Sadly, it seems that you have problems with math. Good day, be on your way. Don't waste my time, people. I only have 19.75 hours of awake time. Don't waste it on frivolity. Or how about this? How about I kick you and ask, does it hurt enough for you? This is something, according to your answer, that I can change. If it doesn't hurt enough, I could kick you harder. If it hurts you too much, I could call an ambulance or take care of that shattered tibia myself. They say there's no such thing as a stupid question. Nay, nay. These are stupid questions. And number 5. Oh, and this is another one that deals with weather. Since I was a kid, I have been obsessed with weather. One of my fondest memories of childhood was the day my best friend Dave, who I called Doug, came over to see if I wanted to go swimming in their pool in their backyard. Now, my mommy came to the door, that's right, and I still to this day, although she is in heaven, I call her my mommy. She said, oh no, the big storm is coming. And she did talk like that. Now, at the time she said this, the sky was clear. But you know, back then, when Mom said it, it was so. So I stayed indoors. Now, sure enough, an hour later, we were hit with a big storm. So since then, I have been a weather watcher. And because I'm a weather watcher, I have to complain about one thing. Can we just fix one darn thing about the weather? Whether it's on my app or if on the internet, I'm checking on the internet for the weather, or even if my side chick, Alexa, when I ask for the current temperature, they never want to tell me the truth. I say, hey, Alexa, what is the current temperature? And she says, in her Australian accent, because that's how I've got it set up, she says, currently, it's 25 degrees. Okay, well, what is the real feel? It feels like 15 degrees. Well, that's the temperature. Don't be telling me that it's 25 degrees outside and I go outside and I start freezing. Okay, I don't care what the thermometer says. I care about what these bones are going to feel when I go outside. Same with the heat. I used to work at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. I would have to check the temperature to make sure that everyone could go out to the firing range and, train on their weapons. And I would find out it was 99 degrees, but the real feel was 106. Ladies and gentlemen, I would tell them, hey guys, it's 106 out there. Don't give me any technical reasons for the differences between temperature and the feel and the wet bulb and the yada freaking yada. Whether you drop a pot of water on your lap that's been boiling for 5 minutes or a pot that was just about to boil, it makes no difference. You're gonna need a skin graft. Okay? That's it for now, my rock stars. I can't take any more. I'm going to take the rest of the weekend off. Matter of fact, I think I need a hug. I may have to call out to one of my liberal friends and get one of those non-binary affirmation hugs, if you know what I mean. The Super Spy is out.
Hey, rock stars, you want to buy one of my books? I want you to buy one of my books, too. I need something more than pizza for dinner. Anyway, my books are found on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. So get your book and get it today.